Hello everyone, this is Age of Dune,
And this is PurpleOak.
and we are casting yet another ranked game. We are the Tarek and the Twitch on the purple team here. Our teammates are Shaco, Fiddlesticks, and Malphite. Malphite will be going top, Fiddle will be going mid, Shaco will be jungling. Our enemy team is a Amumu jungle, Poppy top, Kassadin mid, and a Soraka Tristana combo for bottom.
I gotta admit, I was nervous about this one, sending me Fiddlesticks mid, but apparently he knew what he was doing, so we just had to trust him. It is ranked after all.
Yes, we were informed beforehand that the Shaco was going to rock them, so we were hoping that he was going to fulfill his promise and help out the Fiddlesticks mid, as it is a fairly weak mid lane. As you can see, the enemy team is setting up, getting ready for an invade. Amumu's actually guarding his red at the moment, because normally when you see a Shaco, the Shaco's going to invade, so they're getting ready for that. But in this particular match, our Shaco did not actually want to invade, and he told us that we were free to invade, but he had no intention of going along, so we'd be going alone. So we're also setting up defensive positions to prevent them from invading our blue.
There wasn't much threat of that. They don't really have any level 1 stopping power, and we have all of the level 1 stopping power. I mean, we have Malphite slow, you're stunned, Fiddlesticks, Shaka. I mean, amazing level 1 team. So I was very surprised by that.
Yep. But I guess this particular Shaco is not very good with, I guess he's not good at invades. He doesn't really, maybe that's a weakness for him, I don't know.
He may also just want to play defensively. There is a build where you can, as Shaco, manage to get both blue buff and red buff and be in lane before a champion hits its first minion. So you already have level 2 and double buff, and you gank them.
Yeah, I have seen that before. This particular Shaco did actually go starting red beforehand, so he's probably wanting to gank somewhere. The other team, because of their defensive, they actually kind of stayed a bit longer than they probably should have. So Poppy and Kassadin are just getting the lane now, so they're actually pretty far behind. Patrick and I decided to come in and at least do a decent amount of damage to this Tristana. We came around behind her, so we took her down to half that fast.
Yeah, that stun and poison combo is quite strong, especially after level 2 where you get the egg sponge. I go ambush first, because I prefer being defensive.
Yes, yeah. It actually is a really good combo. It looks like Amumu is ganking Malphite top. He did get his bandage toss off. They ignited the Malphite, but it looks like he's probably going to escape with no problem at all. The Shaco is invading their jungle in the meantime because of the Amumu's choice to go top. Their bottom is coming to defend, but we see this, and we're ready to go defend him as well. So the Shaco's coming out. Tristana is stunned, and there's first blood.
Yep. That poor Triss starting the game with first blood to Shaco. Now Amumu's going to be losing his red buff pretty quickly if Shaco sticks around.
The Shaco is getting a little bit of harass in. He did go off and smack the Kassadin a little bit. He also went off and completely destroyed this Soraka because she decided to stay there. So he's now harassing the Amumu as well. And in the meantime, we're coming up to help again. But he ended up not needing it from us because mid did come and was able to take down the Amumu. So now both Fiddle and Shaco have blue buff, which puts a major damper on Kassadin's party.
Yes. I'm almost level 3, and the Trist only just got level 2. While that whole Soraka and Trist going on, I was just getting free farm. So I'm starting off the game with a level advantage and a gold advantage by a big deal.
Yes.
That's a fail on my part. I didn't really follow up Tarek's thing in there. Yep. Wish I did. But gotta keep some press on the Tristana and just pop a potion.
As you can see, Shaco's setting up a nice little, he's ready for Amumu. Amumu comes in, sees his red gone, begins crying because he is Amumu. Amumu cries. We're down bot, pressuring them around. Soraka was gonna go up to go help the Amumu, but ended up not needing it. Our ward sees the Amumu deciding to come in, so we're getting ready to fall back, but the Shaco comes to help, so we actually go help him if he needs it. He does do quite a bit of damage to the Amumu. Amumu tries to bandage toss, it does not quite go off. He's still chasing down that poor Moo. But he does not get it before Moo gets to safety. Poppy and Malphite are just up top trading. Malphite's definitely coming out ahead because of his ranged ability there. Poppy is...
And his shield.
Yes,
honestly.
his shield as well. He's definitely way ahead of Poppy there.
Shield OP!
Yes. In the meantime, we're down bot, and we're just farming again. Fiddle and Cassidy are farming as well. As you can see, Cassidy is definitely behind there as well, due to Fiddle's blue buff. Fiddle's able to do a lot more damage because he doesn't run out of mana that way.
Can you stay in
I'm rewarding. And Soraka, as you can see, is actually still level 2, so she's pretty far behind there.
Yeah. She's a full level behind my pet Tarek there. I'm doing what I like to call pruning the lane. I'm trying to not let the lane push a little bit, but also not let it push under tower. Because this keeps us in a nice defensive position, just so they have to overextend if they want to keep farming, which, because they're already behind, is very, very dangerous.
Yes, and as you can see there, while Patrick was talking, mid did get a gank, and they easily took down the Cassidy. We're down fighting at the bottom. We did a decent amount of damage, and now we're going back to farm again. Pushed Trist back to her tower all the way, because any longer and she would have died.
Yep. Just keeping that harass, keeping Soraka having to just spam her heal so she can't use that armor during a fight. That's something that I find really is fun to do.
She goes off and silences me, but I don't really care because I'm Tarek. Patrick goes off and hits them. Soraka is slowed, so I'll go ahead and slow her down, stun her. So we're smacking Soraka down pretty hard, but we do have to fall back. But Patrick was able to finish off Tristana beforehand.
That expunge.
Yes.
Just keep putting stacks, The moment they get out of range, blow it.
Oddly, Fiddle did just take the jungle there, so I imagine Shaco's not too happy, but it doesn't matter too much because they're going to go gank the Cassidy again.
Ooh, and
actually,
that
the Fiddle is
not level
the Fiddle is
6.
going in alone, and he just ulted the Cassidy.
Yep.
He
that
does kill the Cassidy. Very nice on the Fiddle.
Yeah. Cassidy has flash. He would have gotten out, but not with a level disadvantage there.
Nope. It was a very nice play by the Fiddlesticks. As you can see, Shaco did just counter jungle and stole the poor Amumu's blue. That completely gibbs the Amumu because he is so far behind after that. Especially at level 3, he needs that blue.
Yeah, level 3, while our support is level 5.
Yes.
Just behind. At this point, I went back, got some very nice laning items. I have everything but my level 2 boots, which is my laning core. And at this point, there's no way that Tristan's going to be able to push me out of lane.
They do see me getting CS, so they know that the Twitch is probably not around, as if Twitch was around, he would be getting the CS, not me. There's a little bit of trading going on up top again. Not too much, though. So, as you can see, Twitch is actually coming in behind, but they don't know it. So he comes in, he stealths. They think they're going to get me off guard. I stun Soraka. Twitch just completely destroys her very quickly. And then we go in on Tristana. Able to get a little bit on her, but not too much before she escapes. But we were easily able to get a kill out of that, and they had no idea thanks to Twitch's stealth.
Twitch stealth is still very potent heal.
It is. Top, they just had another little battle there. They did kill one. And there's another one. It was a 2-for-1 trade for them. So it wasn't quite good for us, but it was still better than nothing.
Yeah. That was, again, for the most part, we still had a pretty damn strong advantage. Right now, we have a 4K gold lead, pretty much, more or less. Yeah. And with that kind of lead this early in the game, it's just a snowball fest from here.
It definitely is, especially with a Shaco. The Fiddle was again able to get blue, which is really awesome for him. However, the Amumu did get blue off of that fight up there, so he is not quite as messed over as he was before. However, he's still way behind in levels, so we're not overly concerned. As you can see, Cassidy is 2 levels behind Fiddle as well, so he's He's not doing too hot either. I went back to go get a couple items as well. I got my Philosopher's Stone, started working on my my next item. There's another game coming on here.
I'm just staying bot, solo laning, trying to get CS, take advantage of that lead. Oh, and a beautiful gank mid.
Yes, as you can see, Fiddle and Shaco were easily able to take him down, and there goes the MMO again, giving up double buff to Shaco. So
he wanted that buff back.
Yeah, that MMO was having a really bad time. In the meantime, I'm now coming up behind them. They don't realize that until now. So I immediately stun Soraka, and she goes down fast. She doesn't have nearly the escape the Tristana does. So that's why I stun her, because Tristana, a lot of times you stun her, the item will follow her until she lands on the ground on the other end of her jump. Mid just had another gank, or Poppy attempted to gank them actually. Just didn't go quite her way.
Rampage.
We did just dive the Tristana.
Yeah. Notice I'll use ambush in full view of the tower. Again, with Trich's rework, it gives him both a movement speed bonus and, as it used to, gives him an attack speed bonus coming out. So it's still, even though it's still a stealth ability, that's not its primary purpose a lot of the time, especially later in the game.
Yes. Shaker's getting a bit of a harass on Cassidy there. The Cassidy did actually kill the Fiddlesticks while we were talking about the bottom. Should have been on my screen, but... So he pulled ahead there a little bit. Malphite again is trading up there with Poppy. And we are going to try to go gank mid. Because we just pushed down the turret and there's not too much we can do. We do see the Cassidy going back though. So we sadly
actually, I don't think we saw it. I think we
did.
Heard it.
No, I saw it.
Oh, you actually did see it?
I did see it, yes. But we do target this turret so we can take it down.
Yeah.
PurpleOak does take quite a few tower shots there because of it.
Yeah. I decided to get a little ballsy. I just kind of was like, okay, we're further enough ahead. I'm just asserting my dominance. Not the best play, but, you know, it's a game, so sometimes you gotta just have a little fun. Especially when
it turned out bad.
Mm-hmm.
Meantime, Shaco's clone is harassing the poor Cassidy. Shaco's clone dead. But we are taking this tower, doing quite a bit of damage. Tristana's pushing bot. She's getting a little bit of CS out of it, so it's nice for her. We are probably staying a little bit too long. As you can see, they're all coming back. They're all working their way here. Fiddle is watching down here. He sees the Soraka coming. He sees a Mumu. And yeah, he very quickly starts having a bad time down there. We try to help him, but not quite able to do it. Shaco is trying to escape. We see that the Shaco's needing help a little bit, so we go to try to help, but the Shaco does end up going down here. Shut down. And unfortunately, Inara is using to try to help. He gets caught as well. I get caught as well. PurpleOak does do quite a bit of damage to the Tristana in the meantime, but not quite enough to kill her.
I couldn't get the leverage I needed to actually get a kill, which was unfortunate.
Indeed.
But I disappear. I'm out of here. That Cassidy tried to teleport on top of me, but
didn't quite
again,
work. It was close.
That's what the stealth component really is nice of his Q. I mean, it is a great damage dealing utility, but sometimes getting that escape.
Yes, the escape is very nice. As you can see, bottom is getting pushed quite a bit, so our tower's taking a little bit of damage because of that little mishap there. It's not too bad. Cassidy yet again is at half health while Fiddle is at full, so...
I'd like to point out that we have a 2-tower advantage on them at this point, and a solid 6k gold lead.
Yes. That's a really massive lead for 15 minutes into the game.
Yeah. Although at one point we were almost at an 8. So we are, at this point, if I remember correctly, we were talking about making sure we don't throw this game.
Yes.
You know, we were in a risk if we kept doing stupid things.
Especially after that last fight, we were we realized we were getting a little bit cocky there.
But it's okay, because I have not died yet. And if your 80 carry is 15 minutes in the game with this much money, usually that's a pretty damn good sign.
As you can see, the Amumu is now giving the blue buff to the Cassidy, which is always nice for the Cassidy. And we have just pinged Dragon, so we might be going up there pretty soon. But for now, we're just pushing bot. Shaco's taking red, Fiddle's taking blue, and Malphite and Poppy are just chilling. Malphite coming out ahead, but now we're going to the Dragon. Well, when we first decided to go in on Dragon, Shaco's like, yeah, I could solo it, but we figured we didn't really care at this point in time, so we just went ahead and took it.
Yeah, they really did a great character remodeling on Shaco. I think he's much more terrifying now he's a Scarecrow.
Purple Queen has slain the dragon.
Nice. Yes.
Sorry, I like making fun of Agitoon. He sometimes gets characters wrong. Don't worry, he's actually smart.
No, I said Shaco. Shaco was up top. He said he could solo it. It was Shaco that said that.
It was Fiddlesticks who said that. If I recollecting that Mr. Fiddlesticks said that.
I'm pretty sure it was Shaco, but whatever. Doesn't matter.
Well, anyway, we got Dragon. That's the important part. Now we're pinging, trying to get a gang going.
Yes.
Not really working out. No one's really overextended.
On the top level, there is a nice little gank getting set up right here. Shaco sent his clone in, and okay, there we go. Peter froze up for a second there. I'm not sure why. Poppy does get her ultimate off, which is a really good play on her part. As long as whoever she's targeting is still alive, she's still alive. Malphite does successfully escape though, so she does end up going down. Unfortunately, Shaco does get caught by the Cassidy. He's trying to escape. He looks like he is going to escape because Cassidy just used his ult in the wrong direction. He's trying to be. I'm not sure if he's going to escape before the Cassidy successfully gets in there. He does deceive out. So the Cassidy does know he deceived out, so he knows he's somewhere in there. Fiddle's coming in to help, and the Shaco does actually escape. Very nice play for the Shaco.
Very nice. Shaco's a tricky bastard, but
He really is.
That's a character.
Yes. Meantime, Fiddle's like, oh crap, I'm alone. But fortunately there are no wards, so the rest of the team does not come and get him. Meantime, there's a nice little...
Start on support action down bot.
Exactly. Support fight for the win. I realize that Patrick is coming, so I go ahead and leave the CS alone for him. A lot of pings going down up top. Poppy thinks she's going to try to take them down. Looks like she takes a ton of damage there thanks to Fiddle and Malphite. And she's probably going to go down again. No! Amumu comes in to the rescue. The Shaco on our team is coming over to help. Unfortunately, so is Cassidy and Tristana for their team. Amumu ults so that Poppy can escape. Looks like she is probably going to escape. She does. Cassidy, in the meantime, was able to kill the Fiddlesticks. Malphite again chases another one off. Shaco and Malphite are now in there. And it looks like the Cassidy does go down, and Malphite does go down because of that move, though. Shaco sends his clone in, does a nice little bit of damage. They do see the Shaco. I'm not quite sure how, because it was warded, but I guess he had just attacked or something. In the meantime, we're down bot, just taking their tower. Shaco does quite a bit of damage there to Triss, but the Soraka didn't keep her alive. Very nice move from Soraka. But, now, unfortunately...
More important later, but Amumu lost his oracles. He just lost 400 gold after already being behind. This will be interesting later, needless to say.
Yes, that 400 gold is quite a bit. Poppy decides to come in. She does ult me, so as long as I'm still alive, she's still alive. But now her ult is gone. And all of a sudden, it's versus 2, and she's not having a good time. She does manage to kill me, but in the meantime, she dies, which gives about the same there. But, yeah. It was a 1-for-1 trade, which wasn't too bad for either side, really.
We decided to pressure here, because, you know, we're ahead and we just figure, we can take 3 of them. Yeah. Pretty much every shot I do takes off a bar of Cassidy's health, so it's pretty unfair right there. Pretty unfair fight, even in a 2v3.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Alright, Fiddlesticks just took down the mid turret, which is always nice. There's some more gold for us.
Yeah. I'd like to point out this time that there is not a single tower down for us. We have taken down almost 6 of theirs.
Yes. And
We
also
have
notice that their team has no wards at all, so they do not know where we are.
Not at all. They had not been having a good game. They're behind, and they're spending less money on wards. They don't feel like it's worth it. Like they need to catch up. That's a big mistake. A lot of people think is that when you're behind, you need to spend less money on wards, and it's the exact opposite.
Yes. Fortunately, Fiddle does get caught after taking that blue buff, so he does end up giving it to the Amumu.
Yes.
Shaco's trying to escape. He does get caught. There's quite a bit of action going on. The Amumu ults. Shaco is dead. Dead by Soraka, so that's not too bad. Support killing is not all that bad. We're coming in to help. Malphite's trying his best to escape. He does go down. The ward does actually catch PurpleOak and I, so we're sitting here trying our best to escape. Unfortunately, they know. Soraka comes over. They all come over. They're all focusing me. My ulti takes off a quarter of their life. PurpleOak just rips through them. And there's the triple kill. We go in on the Soraka. She's trying to take me down, and there's the quadra kill. We just quadra killed their whole team in a 2v4.
Exactly. Now, the thing that made that possible was Mumu dying. Not because he's a Mumu, but because he had oracles. He lost another oracles in that previous engagement. If you'll notice at the beginning of that fight, I had stealth because I had seen Poppy and was going to gank her. At the exact time that I stealth, they initiated the gank and decided to blow all their cooldowns on Tarek, which is obviously a bad idea. Luckily, though, Tarek survived the initial burst of cooldowns long enough for me to take out their 2 squishies and their other main damage healer, leaving a poor defensive support to fall for the quadra.
We were definitely quite happy with that move, and I believe our team's reaction at the time was, what? Unfortunately, Poppy does take out the Twitch there. However, his poisons are on her. I'm attacking her. Bam. She goes down.
Purple team has slain the dragon.
Unfortunately, I gave Poppy 600 gold.
Yes.
I'm too happy about that fact.
Yeah. On the plus side, we did just take down the dragon, so there's more gold for our team. So ping down here, saying, hey, there's a decent amount of creep down here. It's a decent amount of gold. In the meantime, there's another ping going down in mid. Just a little bit of action setting up here, not much is gonna happen. Oh, Amumu just got caught. He does go down. Fiddlesticks is low on life, he does immediately go down to the Cassidon. Tristana comes in, looks like she's probably going to escape. Meantime, Soraka's trying to take this Shaco down. Luckily for her, Cassidon comes in to help. Now Malphite decides that it's probably time to run.
I decide that apparently they don't need help, and that farm is more important.
Yes. Which is fine. Malphite and I are able to at least push them off our red tower. I ultied to give him a nice little health regen as well as armor and magic resist, so he was easily able to survive that. So they're gonna fall back.
I was a little stupid right there. I really should have stayed with them, and we could have probably gotten a triple kill and pushed down at least another tower. That was a little unfortunate. That was a mistake on my part, but it worked out in the end, so that's okay.
It did. As you can see, I just warded Dragon to see if, if they ever decide to come here. And now I'm back to go help Twitch again. We pinged Red so that Twitch could go get it, not knowing that Red was not actually there. Meantime, Poppy versus Fiddle. Fiddle's just kind of hitting her a little bit. Doesn't know that Cassidon's coming, as well as Poppy. I come in to save the day, heal him. Poppy ults him. He's running this way. Twitch is going to try to help. Fiddle does go down. But in the meantime, Twitch is doing quite a bit of damage to the Poppy. Twitch does almost die, but he escapes. They're still chasing after the Twitch because they don't really like him. I come in to try to help. I forgot about his stealth there, so I wound up going in and I died because of it. That was a pretty bad mistake on my part, but it's not too bad as I'm just the support. Shaco comes in to try to just finish a couple things up, but he ends up dying too.
Yeah, not really good to go in against a 1v5. That doesn't usually end well. Something
neither does 2v4. We turned out okay.
Well, no, but that's like a 1-2 ratio. That's versus a 1-5 ratio. It's a little much.
We could
and you're not us, so obviously you can't pull it off.
We could totally do it.
Yeah. 2v10, bring it on.
Yes.
Something that I've been experimenting with is getting a Zeal, going Bloodthirster Zeal Phage, specifically because, like Teemo, Twitch has something called the Global Taunt. I'm sure you're all familiar with it. The entire enemy team sees Twitch and suddenly wants to burst him down.
As the AD carry, that's probably the right decision.
Usually. But taking advantage of this, you get items that allow you to slow their entire team and allow you to endure and focus off of people like Shaco or Malphite or any other of your DPSs helps quite. Another kill on Poppy because why not?
Yes, while that was going on, there was a kill both on Fiddle and Poppy and Cassidy. So we definitely we came out ahead in those little engagements. Shaco's currently pushing mid while we were taunting them and distracting them top. They realized this, so they went ahead and pinged mid. But Shaco's able to get quite a bit of damage on his tower before they get there.
Blue team's turret.
And we just take top of their top outer tower.
As they did just leave top undefended, we were able to easily take top. Shaco's going ahead and trying to escape. Meantime, we're taking top. Twitch is getting a little bit hurt there, but not too bad.
Yeah, at this point, my Bloodthirster's been fully fed for quite some time, so I'm dishing out quite a bit of damage and healing quite a bit from it. I think at this point I'm going back to get my Frozen Mallet. Yeah, because I have enough money for the Frozen Mallet at this point. That's quite powerful. Of course, I decide, again, being a little cocky to see if I can solo Baron. But you guys can guess how that turns out.
And now we sit here and watch as Twitch's health shoots down like crazy. Needs to say, Twitch cannot solo Baron. Not at this level for sure. But now the rest of us come in, and we save Twitch's butt. I ulti.
Yeah.
That ulti does a lot of help. It increases the attack speed and everything else, so Baron shoots down a whole lot faster. Also, it gives health regen to the entire team.
Yes, I was very happy to see my health going up quite a bit.
Yes. In the meantime, the enemy teams try to take their blue, but they get caught a little out of position there. Malphite ults in. Cassidy tries to do his ulti over. He does not actually make it. Teemo comes in, ults. Poppy is wisely focusing the tank, Tarek. Now she switches to Twitch. That was a good move. Twitch is dead. I'm now getting low, and we don't really have any damage to wrap this up. I flash out of there, abandoning the poor Malphite to his doom. Goodbye, Malphite. I successfully escape as they all turn around. Fiddle, in the meantime, is down there soloing Dragon. Dragon is dead.
They wanted to get Baron so much, but they kept thinking up to get it.
They
Didn't
did.
really.
Did not turn out right. Fiddle ults in.
He
coming in that
job.
Yes, he just completely destroys them all. Normally coming in with that odds is not a good idea, but in this case it definitely paid off for him.
Yes,
3
very
down,
much.
no deaths.
Mm-hmm.
Shaco did also come in to help, so that is also a good thing.
Yeah, when they're all that low, and none of them have their ult, none of them have no way to deal with that's really good. We're now staying at an overtake ult advantage. They still haven't touched one of our towers. I think, if I remember correctly, the Shaka is about to get yet another kill. Fortunately, Fiddle goes down while that's going on.
Yes. Yeah, the Shaco does not actually get a kill, but he comes pretty close there. And then Poppy decides to come in. He does get a kill there, but he dies in the tower.
Shut down.
Yeah. Can't remember if they managed to actually save this tower. I don't think... Okay, they do. They do. But it has all of 11 HP. Someone can sneeze on it and it'll go down.
Yep. Meantime, we're pushing mid. Fall back, because there are only 2 of us. We don't really want to try to recreate our 4 versus 2. We do see that red is here, so we decided to go ahead and take it.
Yep. AOE.
Yes. And blue is not happy with. Blue team is not happy with this idea. Patrick actually saw the ward there, so I went back to destroy it, and we take their red, and we move on out.
Yep. Yep. Amumu now has his 5th Oracle, I think.
Yes.
That is putting him behind a whole 2k gold out of his 7k, 7.5k. So he's gold-wise really behind, even though he has a decent farm score.
Yes. He definitely wasted a lot of money on oracles. It is a good idea to get oracles, but when you're dying as much as he did, it becomes not worth it because you're spending 400 gold a pop and
Yes.
dying and losing the benefit from it.
Also, especially when you're not playing as aggressively as he was. I mean, he just kept going down and kept focusing.
Yep.
I mean, it's good if you're being defensive and you're not dying. And this Amumu was overly offensive. That is something that their entire team had a habit of doing, is just being overly aggressive and overextending. That is really what, in the end, lost them in this game.
To some extent. I mean, our massive lead from the beginning did actually do it too. The jungle invade there. It was a combination of things.
Yeah, but I mean, again, they were overextended in the beginning, which, kind of like that systemic problem.
You see, they decided to go in on me. My Oracle does end up going down, but because of it, a lot of damage was just dealt there, and it ended up, at least so far, being a 3 for 2. So,
Yep, and that's his 5th Oracle's going down.
yes. Which is very painful for him. Shaco decides to try to go in on this Trist. It does not happen because of the tower. However, Cassidon's here, so he goes in on the Cassidon. Cassidon decides he's going to try to take the clone. Let's just say that doesn't turn out well.
I take this tower a little bit, decide it's not worth it.
Yep.
And, go ahead and just take it down.
I quite liked this little move. He put down his little jack-in-the-box so that he could be safely. And then, amusingly, he decided not to be after all. And,
Yeah.
got a killing
Take
spree on Tristana.
Blue team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
There goes their inhibitor. There's a ping on the bottom tower.
Yeah, I think Choco's going over to sneeze on it, or Malphite.
Yep.
One of them. Yeah, Malphite sneezes on
Bang.
it.
Turret is
And it's down. Meantime, I'm helping Fiddle get blue. Not that he really needs it, because he is Fiddlesticks, but I decided to be nice and help him anyway. Now, Poppy went ahead and ulted the Shaco, but the Shaco easily escaped. Malphite escaped. It was probably an unwise decision to ult there, but she might have died had she not, so I guess I don't really blame her.
Yeah.
There's a ward from Soraka. She does not realize that Twitch is there. Tries to flash away, she gets stuck on the wall. Unfortunately for her, she still has his poisons on her. They rear off before she dies, however, so she's alright. I do exhaust the Poppy, so she's trying to escape. There's the stun. Twitch comes out, Poppy realizes she's dead. She's going to try to take PurpleOak out with her. She does not succeed. However, they do come in, Cassidon and Amumu. Amumu takes out Twitch. Fiddle takes out the Cassidon. And that was a 2 for 1. Now we're taking down this inhibitor, as they don't have anything really to prevent prevent us from doing so. Shaco's pushing top, so even if they do decide to come prevent us, he's going to take the top tower. Malphite's doing a little bit of harass there. Their inhibitor's taking a lot of damage.
Taking down their inhibitor, a fight's breaking out. I think we kill a couple of them. I mean, again, at this point, it's kind of we've won. Real quick, I want to point out, they had no map awareness nor map control. I'm really glad our team's still focused on it. Still focused on maintaining ward, maintaining strong control over the map and map awareness. I've seen so many teams develop an early lead and not do anything with it because they didn't have any map control. Like, that's ridiculously important.
Definitely is. You are correct there. That is what happens when you have a pro Tarek on your team. Just so awesome.
Yeah, our Tarek is definitely very good at helping maintain that map control.
I do enjoy doing it.
Does this casting go down?
He does escape, but we do chase him down. And in the meantime, all of our minions are here, wailing on the Nexus. Stun the Kassadin again. He tries to kill me. Does not succeed. Soraka comes in. We're running away. I die.
I'm stealthing in and killing a Kassadin.
Kassadin's dead. Now they can go for the tower, or the Nexus.
Yeah. I try to get... Yeah, I get this Tristana again.
Poor Tristana.
Yeah, that Tristana had a really bad game.
At around this time, their team is yelling and screaming about how bad bot lane was, etc. And that's GG.
The whole entire team.
So we'll take a second here to show the items. Tristana got a Zeal, 2 Doran's Blades, a Berserker's Greaves, Infinity Edge, and a Dagger versus Twitch's Bloodthirster, Phantom Dancer, Frozen Mallet, Pickaxe, Berserker's Greaves, and a BF Sword. She was definitely far behind there. Kassadin has Sorcerer's Shoes, Quicksilver Sash, Doran's Ring, Rabadon's, and Needlessly Large Rod versus Fiddle's Sorcerer's Shoes. Zanya's Hourglass, Rabadon's. He did get a Magi Soul Stealer as well. I'm not sure how many stacks he had on it. He had a Deathfire Grasp and a Blasting Wand, so Kassadin is definitely behind as well, although he actually didn't do too bad at 11-9-11. Score-wise, he did better than the Fiddle. But the Fiddle made up for it in
He had 8
score.
stacks, by the way.
Do what?
He had 8 stacks at the end of the game.
Okay, very nice, thank you. The Mumu got Mercury's Treads, Aegis of the Legion, Giant's Belt, Philosopher's Stone, and Heart of Gold versus Malphite's Philosopher's Stone, Randuin's, Mercury's Treads, Frozen Heart, Force of Nature, and Blasting Rod. Poppy had Bilgewater Cutlass, Philosopher's Stone, Trinity Force, Heart of Gold, Hextech, and Mercury's Treads. Shaco had the Boots of Mobility, Wriggle's Lantern, Infinity Edge, Trinity Force, Force of Nature, and Giant's Belt. Soraka was pretty far behind there. She had Abyssal Scepter, Shirelia's, and a Heart of Gold. She didn't get very many gold provided items, and she got rid of them pretty soon, putting it into the Shirelia's, which I think probably hurt her quite a bit, as those help a lot. And she has Ninja Tabby versus my Cage's Lucky Pick, Shirelia's award, of course, Mercury's Treads, Lock of the Iron Solari, and Aegis of the Legion, which is actually one of the first things I go for after getting my 3 GP10 items.
That Aegis is ridiculously helpful. I mean, a lot of people don't really, appreciate it for how good of an item it is, but in team fights, especially around the time that a support will be getting it, it adds a really great defensive aura to your team, and just is a ridiculously useful item. If you're a support, you should really think about getting this one.
Yes, it's a very good item. I try to do that one before even doing the Shirelia's, although sometimes I am forced to go Shirelia's first if we're falling behind somewhat. And if you look at the gold totals, you can see massive disparity there. Tristana has 7,877 versus Twitch's 15,405. Kassadin's at 10,000 versus Fiddle's 13,000. Amumu's at 9,000, which a lot of that went into Oracles, versus Shaco's 15,511. Huge difference there. Poppy has 11,031 versus Malphite's 13,690, and Soraka is at 9,372 versus my 11,902, which a lot of that is because of the gold per 10 items.
Mhm.
All right. And that is the end of the game. Thank you all for watching.
And have a good day.
Goodbye.